one is coupling dots and B. Are there?
Hello. Hello, I will start with one people connect, therefore, and not only therefore, we have created coupling. What is coupling? Coupling is a web-based social application based on the real web. Coupling means connects people offline, online, and in a real situation that would also be different between other social applications. It works open, in an open world, on the real web network, and it's very easy to use. Our mission is to change the way we live, and of course we have prepared a short video how coupling works.
We are not always in an appropriate situation to initiate contact. Sometimes you miss the chance or you're simply too shy to approach someone. With a coupling feature flashback, you are now able to find people you pass by.
All the coupling magic happens on the map, where you have the possibility to leave a message for someone you missed and wish to find again, the so-called missed connections. You can also place your status on a map, your thoughts, feelings, what you feel like doing, and let's call this the dating part of coupling.
With Discover, you can meet with people around you and be discovered by others. So show yourself to the world.
From Pablo Rica, all coupling can be free. With coupling's easy-to-use features, you can find disconnections with flashbacks, discover new people, or let yourself be discovered. Make a filter of moments for a quick search when looking for a particular person or situation. And finally, chat with anyone you see on the map. See you in the world of coupling.
Yes, it was a short presentation, but my team is better presenters like me. But thank you for your attention.
Next one is recast.ai.
Hi everyone, I'm very happy to be here. I'm Pierre Lorly and I'm working for Recast.ai. So what does Recast do? Recast is a bot platform, a bot being a robot that can understand you and speaks back to you. So there's many use cases for robots nowadays. First one would be, for example, to interact with your home. Let's say you just can ask, can you switch off the lights, switch on the TV, change the channel. Another one could be to delegate your agenda to a smart assistant in a very complex way. Let's say you could ask for, can you set up a meeting with John and Lucy next week on Tuesday on the room 304? Another one would be to book your flights or the groceries. So again, we can understand very complex things. Can you book a flight from Paris to Bratislava next week on Tuesday for less than 200 euros with Air France? So it's very complex, but the platform could be able to understand those kind of sentences. And the one we currently have the most is client support. It's very easy. The thing is, huge companies already know the question that your clients are going to ask 95% of the time. So why bother outsource to a human the answer where you can just have a bot plugged into your system and that is going to do the same job as well as a human. So what makes us special? We're a collaborative platform, meaning developers share their bots. So let's say you want to build a pizza delivery bot, maybe someone already built it and it's very fine. So you could just use the bot and then customize it for your needs. Our technology is homemade, it's precise and enriched, And as it's AI, the more and more users use the platform every day, the better it becomes over time. So we launched in September 2015. We had our beta platform in March, and we just closed our seed funding for 1 million euros 10 days ago. You can use the bot for personal purposes or for business. We just provide the technology, so you just use it for whatever you like, actually. As a matter of fact, so we're able now to modelize conversation. This is a skill we developed internally. So for businesses, we could build a bot from A to Z and just plug it into your system or core businesses. This is something we're currently doing. Last slide, this is the team. That was the photo before. Now we're at 13, still counting. I hope you like the presentation, and if you'd like to go into more details, I'll be really happy to answer the questions. Thank you very much.
Next startup is Pangloss.
Hello everyone, my name is Itzgeva. Very pleased to be here in Bratislava. I'm going to introduce you Pangloss. So we are a collective of entrepreneurs, and we are coming from a region near Geneva. So we are located in France and in Switzerland. So what we do, and we need to help startups grow and develop their businesses. And this is what our members say about who we are and how they feel working with us. We have 10 main innovation labs, and you can see them. So IoT is one of the most popular ones at the moment. The product we are pushing for innovation lab is called Smart Lab, and this is essentially enabling the innovation space operators to monitor the presence absence, to monitor the air quality, the humidity of their space. And this is particularly useful for Fab Lab environments where you need to keep certain material in certain conditions. Our solution is based on these technologies. So we comply with what we say. So we are open innovation space, and we use open innovation modules. So open source, open hardware, open data, open standards. Everything is open. We've been winning lots of awards. So we don't do only smart labs. We also do student apartments, hotel rooms, and boat cabins, which we can equip with IoT solutions as well. We are implementing a gateway in our labs, a LoRa gateway from the Things network, which is also an open source LoRa network. And we're opening up the first gateway near Geneva at Pangloss Labs. So this is where we are. So we have two specificities. We are near the CERN. You heard about it from Hyperloop. And we're also near lots of international organizations, so we have a wide variety of nationality and language. So this is for the people from the region. We are, very close to the border of Geneva on the French side. So if you want to experiment with us, you're more welcome. We animate the IoT Swiss network. We have a very popular meetup group and a Facebook group. And we organize lots of events in helicopter, in the mountains, and in there. So if you want to engage, this is a couple of pointers. So we've created brands for wearables, universal design, smart city. Everything related to open innovation and space management, you can follow Pangloss Lab 1, meaning we intend to open many others. And everything related to IoT, blockchain, and the SMAC stack, you can follow Agile Lab. I will be on the stand if you have any questions. Feel free to pass by and come and say hi. Thank you.
Next startup is Smart.
Hello everyone, I'm Omar Sabi. I'm in charge of sales and distributor for smell, smear, whatever. We are really open-minded about the way we want to pronounce it. It's not the IKEA mobile, it's SMAARL. It stands for Social Media Integrated in Real Life. Basically, we created the first, we are a French startup based in Paris. I mean, like my great friend George Clooney would say, where else? So basically we create the first social media counter. So the idea behind is that we were like thinking about the small and medium businesses that like didn't have neither the budget or like the time to be able to help them grow, or the skills to help them grow their community. And we also were super tired of like going to a bar or restaurant and have like this, I'm pretty sure all of you have seen these shitty A4, like printed, all like us on Facebook, they look like as ugly as a German soccer player haircut from the 90s. I see from your eyes that you all have like vivid memories of really bothered. Anyway, so the idea was there, we really wanted to help. We had two ideas about that. Anyway, you can see it, the baby, the beautiful baby on my stand, like, oh, it's working perfectly. So yeah, the idea is to, for nous, the two thing was important is like, do it on premises, because we think the best place and way to transform your customer into a follower is in your bar, in your restaurant. It's not like when he's home or whatever, because the guy is coming to your bar, having good fun with his friend, maybe pick up a girl, he's like, oh, it's a nice place, pick up a girl, go drink at his home, have some nice time, he's not going to like it there, you know, he has something else to do there. So it's where he's there with his friend to have fun, so interact with the person when he's on the premises, that was the first thing. And also like create a nice design object that push people to like go to your page and do something. So that was the first idea. So I'm sorry, so that's what we live on. So that's one of our Facebook ads in a beautiful restaurant if you go to Paris called the Lobster Bar. And there is not the fun because when you do an ad on Facebook, you cannot put the Facebook logo. So that's kind of weird. But anyway, now we have so now we have also Instagram, Twitter. We have like more than 3,000 in 50 different countries. Clients that love our product. Most of them are like small businesses, bar, restaurants, hotel, shops, but we also have church, surgeon, dentist, and laser park and stuff like that. So we are really happy with our brand. And if you want to talk to me, see the beautiful baby, make it turn and have some fun, just see me in the booth A35. I just put the number because I think that. Have a good day.
Next one, IoT related.
Hi everyone. Who is representing a startup here in the room? And who doesn't come from France? Okay, cool. Nice to meet you. My name is Simon Racher. I'm representing the IoT Valley today, which is a big startup ecosystem in the south of France. So what we do is we have a lot of startups in the same building. It's for now the 10,000 square meter building, but we are growing really fast. We have a lot of startups that are really successful, so are expanding a lot to become one of the biggest IoT startup ecosystem in Europe. So this is the ecosystem. Inside this ecosystem, we have a startup accelerator called the Connected Camp. And what we do is we help startups in two different ways. The first is bring them business because we have a lot of visibility in France and in Europe, so a lot of large corporations come to us and say, okay, I want to reduce my cost, I want to create new business models thanks to the IoT solutions. So we say, okay, let's do that. We come to everywhere in Europe, find the right startup that can work with you. So that's how we do. So for you startups, if you come to the IoT Valley and we select you, then you already have a contract with a large corporation. That's pretty nice, no? And so that's the business part. And on the technical part, if you have a hardware product, then we help you to do the industrialization. So from the prototype to the actual product that you can ship in thousands of units. So that's the Connected Camp acceleration program, and it works because we have a lot of mentors in the same building. As I told you before, the IoT Valley is an ecosystem with something like around 500 people inside with technical skills, business skills, marketing skills, everything. So basically everyone is all the mentors are already in the building. You can drink coffee with them, drink beers at night, or whatever you want. So we always have a solution for your problem. So it's pretty cool. If you want to know what we are doing, I invite you all to the Innovation Days in 22nd of September. So there is a website. I'm gonna give you the address if you come to me later. So it's an event with just startups from all over Europe and large corporations. No one else can come to the event if they are not startup or large corporation. The purpose of this event is doing business, and I invite you all. And if you're a startup, you can also come for free. We pay you the plane tickets, the entrance, the hotel room, everything. So please come, and thanks everyone for listening.
Next one is B. Avenir as us are. Are they here? No? Okay. So we finished the social networking and interaction session. So next one is smart cities and smart transport. And the first startup is Brain IT. Are they here? No. Okay. Second one, E.Q, A.S.
Cool. So hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is. My name is Philip, and I'm the Chief of Operations in Idoku. This doesn't work. Okay, it works. So what we in Idoku do is we are linking things with information. The origin of The origin of Idoku comes from facility management and construction, where we started because we wanted to heal this terrible pain of missing information when needed. Now, let me explain. This is a bus. It's a public transportation bus. The bus has lots of different information, and we approach this information around it. Let's say this is our Jane. Jane, she's a student, so what she's interested in, that's a time schedule. She wants to report a damaged seat or bad driver. The driver, on the other hand, he's interested in really thorough and really well documented handover of the bus to his colleague at the end of his shift. And then there is the technical guy. He doesn't care about those other things. He cares about technical documentation, technical information. He needs to keep the bus running. If we change the setting, let's say for a factory, for a factory and a compressor unit, the situation is just the same. Different people with different approaches to information about the same thing. If you move to the smart city, Janie finds a damaged pavement. She wants to notice the mayor. She wants to notice the mayor best, which then wants to order the fix from the builder. Don't get me wrong, all this information and the processes, they do exist. In emails, in notes, in various different softwares, by phone, whatever, by talking. That creates a problem. Now, imagine a world where you know everything. The past, the present, and the future of every single thing important to you. Now, imagine all the documentation and all the information important to you and your work, they are as easy to access as they are easy to be recorded. Anytime, any place. Just by having a very, very simple device, which all of you already own. It's a smartphone, any smart device. No special device, no special software. All you need from Idoku, you do have. So this is what we do. We are actually creating internet of every single thing. Not just the active devices, but every single thing. Now, as for our clients, we do different things for them. For some we do asset management, for some we do facility management, for some we do, fleet management. For our favorite museum, we provide the visitors with some extra information just by scanning the QR codes on the exhibits. Now, what can we do for you, and what can we do with you here? That's the question right now. Well, that would be all from me. Thank you very much for your attention. My name is Philip, and this was Idoku.
Next startup is Liftago. Are they here? No. So next startup is yeah. Perfect. There you go.
Hi everyone, good morning, I'm Thomas from Liftago, and I want to share with you our new concept, sharing taxis rides, which can help reducing traffic in cities. It's working, okay. The use of taxis is much lower than the use of mass public transportation. Mainly it's because of price. If public transportation was door to door and if taxis were less expensive, people would not need their own car into the cities. Liftago is now the most popular ride-hailing service in the Czech Republic and Slovakia because it's fully legal and it provides sustainable business to drivers and works with cities to reduce traffic. Today, Liftago connects passengers with offers of the best taxi drivers in the city. And, thanks to this new feature, passengers be able to share taxis as well. This is the sharing ride offer. With the help of the open transportation data, we can match taxi passengers traveling the same way, and we can make taxis complement public transportation, save the cost for drivers and also for passengers. Today we optimize empty taxi space and save about 20 to 30 kilometers per driver per day. And with the Liftago rideshare, we can make transportation capacity more accessible without the need to add more drivers to the streets and yet make more passengers leave their own cars at home. We can make the route matching technology accessible for non-commercial rides and create synergies legally without bringing more drivers to the city. Liftago join us in helping city reduce traffic. Thank you.
Finally, we found Brainit again. So we have Brainit.
Here we are. Hello, my name is Martin and I'm representing the company Brain IT. We are a company with a focus on information technologies and automation, and we do also research, and we have a status of research organization in Slovak Republic. We have invented a sensor. When I say invented, we have invented everything: the electronics, the data protocols, the software around, even the cover, which is very strong and bulletproof. What we don't need, but it is. And the sensor is using the ultrasound technology for measurement of any amount or level in the bins. We are focusing both in the waste management here. You can measure, for our clients, for example, in Czech Republic, they are measuring the electronic waste in the e-waste collection bins. In Australia, Sydney, our client is measuring the clothes or fulfillment of the clothes bins because the clothes is a commodity for them. They're selling the clothes for the charity purpose. We are measuring waste in normal small waste bins, but it could be also big, large capacity bin, which is, for example, in town Nitra here in Slovakia. We can measure water, paper, almost everything, what is reflecting the ultrasound. And the thing is that we can do it everywhere. We are battery-based, we have a unique battery management technique, so we can leave in the bin for years. It is more than 10 years. The data which we collecting from the bins, we are offering a couple of groups of users. It could be the manager of the town, it could be the manager of the routes who is planning the routes for the drivers and who is optimizing the routes. But it is also a citizen who is part of the game because we're giving citizen information where he can put his bag of plastic or bag of paper after IKEA shopping. For citizens, we are tailoring the application according to the customer needs. For the charity purpose, we have a specific application. For the e-waste, we have a specific application. So, because we are an IT company, we can then tailor it for the needs of our clients. What we do is simple. We navigate to where to go. When it's full, we tell you where not to go because it's empty. And by this, we have a couple of side effects. By having an empty bin, you are having cleaner environment because the people are not smashing the waste around the bins. We are reducing traffic jams. For example, in London, we have only 2 hours at the morning where you collect the waste. Otherwise, you're producing big traffic jams in the city. And it's quite a noisy service in Prague. They are collecting service at the night, and it's a bit disturbing. By having empty bins for communal waste, you are increasing quality of separate waste. There are companies in Netherlands who are using our solution for corporate social responsibility transparency, and maybe the most important is we are saving the cost. And we have our substitution in a couple of countries around the world. Thank you very much.
Startup Greenway.
Hello, I'm Peter from Voltia. Please don't be confused by the name because we just recently, 2 weeks ago, rebranded to part of our business to Voltia. What we do is we try to solve one of the biggest challenge in one of the biggest environmental challenges we face these days, which is ever-growing pollution from transportation, mainly from logistic business. There are many reasons for why these things are happening, but maybe just a word to mention two. One is definitely growing e-commerce business, which even worse, some of these e-shops are incentivizing people by subsidized or even free delivery to use the delivery very frequently and often. Another reason may be that we see a lot of things happening in the transportation of the passenger and people. We see just a while ago, the Liftago, Uber, car sharing, ride sharing, all these things. All these things means that the people will not need to own vehicles, which is definitely good. But if you do not have a car, you still have to do your shopping. So it means that you need more deliveries. So what actually happened is that pollution from especially in big cities, is growing significantly. What you can do, probably you cannot stop the growth of e-commerce and all this stuff, but what you can do is you can simply make our business more greener and using more eco-friendly vehicles, namely electric vehicles. This is easy to say, but much harder to do, because I would claim that the complexity and issue and the number of issues that you need to solve is growing exponentially when you want to employ more electric vehicles in a commercial fleet. If you have one in a fleet of 100, it's probably not a big issue. But as soon as you want to have 20, 30, 50% of your fleet electric, then you need to solve things like which kind of vehicles I'm going to use, where I'm going to charge, what will happen with the battery afterwards, how it will change, if even my public or my premises able to handle from energy point of view so many electric vehicles. There's a bunch of things which logistic companies don't want to solve, although they are forced to do so because even the legislation point of view and some municipalities are really putting a pressure on them to become more green. And that's exactly what Voltia is doing. So what we do is basically the complete outsourcing of EV deployment in a fleet of logistic companies. So we look around all these complicated things around and we propose the measures, and we don't only propose the measures, but we actually take the full responsibility for it, because in the center of our activities is what we call the vehicle as a service. So it means that we analyze everything what's necessary to large-scale implementation of electric vehicles, and we provide the vehicle as a service, so we rent the vehicle to our customers. So what are the first steps to really bring large-scale implementation of electric vehicles and logistics business alive? We think there are 4 steps necessary which we do. The first one is we need to understand the business of logistic companies. So we do first the quantitative analyzing by GPS tracking the existing roads. Then we do a qualitative analysis. So we talk with a lot of people in a company, and we need to understand how they are using vehicles and what they expect from electrification of their fleet. And the last thing is the energy assessment of the premises of our customers, because as I said, if you put there 10, 20, 30, 40 vehicles in some premises, it's not possible. We have one of the customers, we're talking in London, for example, and there's we are not. Yes. Sorry. So the rest you can find on our slides. Thank you very much.
Next startup is SoFit.
Hi everybody. My name is Julie and I'm going to talk about mobility today. Mobility is the main challenge for all the company. And the question is how to be able to involve all the players in a company in a sustainable mobility plan. Our approach with SoFit is to make driver in the center of the mobility plan for the company by integrating him in a sustainable driving behavior. For that, we build an action plan to motivate the driver, involve him in a driving behavior, and make the company saving cost. So to save cost, we need a serious action plan, and we need to have tools to reach the goals. The goals are pretty ambitious. There is 3 types of goals. First of all, obviously, it's going to be about economy, saving costs. The solution is going to help to save costs about maintenance, fuel, consumption, all this kind of thing. The second goal is going to be about safety. It's also a big issue. How to decrease rate accidents in the fleet, it's a major issue. And then obviously it's going to be environment, how to improve environmental performance for the company. With SoFit, we have an innovative approach by making driver the main subject of the mobility plan for the company. Our approach is to design a gamification platform who is able to motivate and reward drivers. So we're going to develop a mobile app and a web interface. And the mobile app for the driver, you will find a lot of gamification tools like driver challenge, eco-driving tips regarding to the driving behavior, driver challenge, driver grade, and we are working on a rewarding program with incentive. To have the company on this mobility plan, we designed a method that we call it ACR method. This method has 3 steps. The first one is going to be the audit. We're going to make an analysis of the fleet and the needs of the company. Then it's going to be about coaching. Regarding to the audit, we're going to propose to the company an action plan able to coach driver and make the driver improve his driving behavior. And obviously, because all is about return on investment, we're going to analyze results. So concretely, how does SoFit work? It's very simple. It's based on the dongle. This dongle you're going to connect to the vehicle. It's going to catch all the data, dynamic data from the vehicle. All the data is going to be analyzed and bring on an interface. Fleet manager will use this interface to have a lot of data and information about the fleet. Then mobile app for the driver to help him to have a better driving behavior. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now we have WebGIS.
I'm from WebGIS, a small startup. What is GIS? So this is bring us answer to the main question: what is it? Where is it? And so on. Analysis, transport analysis, and network analysis. Bring the data to the layers, and we can show it as map. This is our GIS solution, cadastral data, which can be showed on the web GIS and mobiles. And this is our price. What I am talking about GIS, when this is IoT conference, and forthcoming is in GIS is 3D. So we developed this prototype of measured 3D object where capture value from individual sensor and transmit them via Bluetooth to the mobile or tablet. They are sensors. And for example, a lot of sensors are placed in the board, so it's necessary to show them on the map and make analysis. For example, this is using ESP 82666, and where get the temperature and humidity and show it on the web page, and it's possible to turn off or on light and so on. This is another using on IoT on conferences, where it's in mobile or tablet. We can get information about event arrival, event to order service. This is a clear display of this flowing data. This is another showcase when in IoT Bratislava is shown LoRa 1 gateway for social community. We tested LoRa 1 in Bratislava. Thank you for your attention.
We have 3 last startups, and the next one is IoT Smart.
Hello everyone, I'm from company IoT Smart. My name is Martin Schweigl. We came here from the Czech Republic, from the city of Brno. What we are interested in is that we focus on transportation and logistics. We are integrator in Czech Republic. We have partners like the providers Impulsol and Sigfox, but we also work with IT firms like ČD Informační systémy, ČD Internet and GX Corfin. What is our first project? We focus on smart tracking. We developed the devices which is based on the Sigfox technology. What is the advantages of the Sigfox technology? One of the biggest one is the battery life, which is about 3 to 6 years, depends on the configuration of the battery. And also, you don't have to pay any fee for if your lorry or wagon is in different country. Now we are working on a pilot project. First one is with the company of ČD Cargo.
We also work with one company here in Slovak. It's also the relevant company. And we have also some project in Czech Republic with the logistic company. What we would like to change about the smart tracking is that the philosophy, because in our opinion, in our experience, we think that you don't need the position of your vehicle every second, but what you exactly need is that if something happens, like if your lorry is stuck in the jam or it has accident, and it's the way how we program and how we achieve such a long battery life. Also, we are open to cooperate in other fields like smart metering. And from my side, it's everything. If you want to ask them something, I will be here until 2 o'clock. And if you want to do something new, I will be there. Thank you.
So, it's the end of the session Smart Cities and Smart Transport, but we have 2 additional startups from yesterday who will pitch today. So let's welcome Grand Panneau.
Hello everyone. Said we belong to the other pitch. I'm going to introduce you a new tool. It's based on virtual reality. We are helping to sell future projects. Here is the example. This building will be built in a couple of years' time, but the developer, the real estate developer, is really interested to do the pre-sale right away, straight away from the paper. And what do? We help them to sell those projects thanks to emotion. Let's see an example. You're going to buy the new car, let's say a 50,000 euro car, and they let you try the car, they let you drive the car, so you can actually connect to the car. They will build in emotion. So your decision is built on emotion. On the other hand, you're going to buy a new home, a project that will be built in a few years' time, and you have to take a decision based on the boring floor plan with several pictures. And the investment is 3, 4, 5 times higher than when you buy a car. So what do? We use virtual reality. We let people visit a future home before it's built. According to the PR and news, thanks to the virtual reality, VR glasses and all this technology, it already brings results. Results that we can measure. And we are also helping during the whole process our customers, whether it's architects, real estate developer, or end user. We help them to communicate. So instead of the going through the boring papers, they can basically literally enter any place. As well as we help real estate developers to communicate with their end users. And maybe we can see some sample. So I hope the video can be just go on the picture. Right. Yeah, there it is. So basically, better emotion we create, higher the pre-sales revenue we do for real estate developers. We're active in several countries around. We do everything in photorealism. We use the latest tools such as Oculus customer version, HTC Vive. Those are some old pictures with DK2. We bring people to showrooms, and everything that we do could be measured. We measure behavior of customers, and as I said, we increase the sales. So all the tools that we showed, it's based on the numbers. Can we go back to the presentation? Yeah, I'll be very fast. Perfect. So you can see it on mobile, you can see it with the glasses, you can see it thanks to projection as well. There are some other features such as realistic views. You can see sunrise, sunset, day, night. Basically, we will bring the future into today thanks to VR. And this is the very simple graph that says that we just use the project documentation, and we will do basically the exports for all media, from mobile to desktop, and
Thank you very much.
yes, that's it.
Last but not least, Energo Monitor.
Hello everyone, thank you for waiting for the misfit who didn't come yesterday. Sorry. I would like to start with a question actually. Which one of you are aware of your house consumption, of the energy consumed in your house? Could you raise your hand? So 3 people are aware of what their household is doing right now. Wouldn't it be great to know what your business is doing right now, if you have a small business? Would you like to know that? I think you should, yeah. Right, so that's basically what we do. We connect to most of the meters that are already installed at a household, or a small business, or a small enterprise, and we try to provide real-time information about what is happening. It's not only about the real-time data, it's also about the future forecasts and the historical data that can help you to know what to expect or how to behave to consume less or to consume more if you want. So this is basically the setup that our system looks like. We have all the hardware is made by the Energo Monitor company. And it happens like this. We connect a special probe to the meters, and then we have a special transmitter that gets the data and sends it to a gateway, which we call a home base. This home base is connected to the network and sends the data to our cloud service running on Amazon servers. And then you can access this data through our web application, which is accessible also on a mobile phone or a tablet. Well, right now, this is a graph showing not only, well, it's partially cut, but sorry. It's not showing only the consumption, it's also showing the production. If your business is trying to run green, it's also showing the production of your solar panels. And so there is a recount. The green parts are showing the energy that was actually exported back to the grid. So this is also something that our app can do. Here are the examples that our application also works on the mobile phone, so you can access it, and this is not the native version, this is a version that's the web application, but you can access the devices. Some of them are also remotely controllable, so you can actually switch on and switch off things. This is the native version of our application, which will be launched during next month, so basically you can have a view of all the energies of your household on your phone. Yeah, those are some references of our company. Thank you.
That's the end of all pitches for both days. And to end this whole morning, I will welcome Susanna Deverne, Director of the French-Slovak Chamber of Commerce, to give you some final messages of this day.
Dear all, when we started to discuss a couple of weeks or months ago with French Embassy the idea of this IoT Expo Bratislava conference, we wanted to reach about 120. Those who were most optimistic talked about 150 persons. Today, we are very happy that finally more than 50 startups, 25 speakers, and 220 participants came to the event. On behalf of our IoT Expo team, we would like to thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us. Let me thank also our sponsors, partners, all the technical team and media support, without whom this conference couldn't take place. Finally, I would like to thank personally for the cooperation on this project to all the team of the French Embassy, especially the Scientific and Economic Department, and also to my thank you to my colleagues from the French Chamber. The French Slovak Chamber is very excited to help to bring this type of discussions and events which represent the unique and exclusive opportunity for us and for you to ask and answer the issues you are interested in. If you want to join more events like this and to develop your business network, don't hesitate to join us as a member of French Slovak Chamber of Commerce. You can contact me or one of my colleagues for more information. I wish all the present startups a lot of success in the future. To all of you, a very nice day and weekend, and especially after last night, to all of French, good luck for Sunday, final of European Food Championship. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much. Last details, I believe B2B sessions have already begun. So if you are part of them, it's in the restaurant. And then there are some sandwich normally for you if you are hungry already. I believe you are. And I think that's it. So thank you very much for coming and have a great weekend.